Hey everybody, and today we'll be discussing foreign keys and how we can use them within our application. Okay, so this brings us to the question of what is a foreign key? A foreign key, usually referenced by FK, is a column within a relational database table that provides a link between two separate tables. A foreign key references primary key of another table, and most relational databases need foreign keys to be able to link tables together to present a sequence of data. And in our small project, we'll be linking our to-dos to a single user. And since it will be one user to many different to-dos, this relationship again is called a one-to-many relationship. Let's see some more information about foreign keys. For example, let's pretend we did a select all from our to-do SQL statement. To reiterate, this means we are selecting all columns and rows from the database. And since we're selecting all rows and columns, we are getting our database table of our to-dos. However, this time there's an additional column that we added called owner, which is a foreign key. This is just so we can see what information in our to-dos for this example. All right, let's go ahead and do the exact same thing with our users. We're selecting all from users, which will display all columns and rows for our users table. Now, one thing we can notice is that our users table does not have a foreign key column. We're only referencing the to-dos back to the user due to being one-to-many relationship. You may be asking yourself, how would you reference the users from the to-do? Well, to start, each API request, a user will have their ID attached. In a future video, we'll be able to find the user ID from the JWT, which is a JSON web token that we'll be extracting. But for now, let's just keep in mind that each API will have a user ID attached when we're requesting to-dos. If we have the ID attached to each request, we can use the ID to find their to-dos. So again, just to reiterate, we can have our users table, our to-dos table, in the owner's foreign key column referencing the user's primary key. So awesome work. This is how we're going to be referencing the data between the tables. So how do we write a SQL statement to reference this data? Well, remember, we will have the user ID on each request. So that skips an entire step of us having to query the user's table. We can do all of this with just a where clause. So select all from to-dos where owner is equal to 1. This will select all rows and columns where owner is equal to 1. Therefore, this will result in returning all of the to-dos that align with the users whose primary key is 1. If we change the statement a little bit, we could also say select all from to-dos where owner is equal to 2. Again, this selects all rows and columns where owner is equal to 2. This results in getting all of the to-dos from the user with the primary key of 2. So awesome work. This wraps up the lecture, and I will see you in the next video where we're going to start implementing what we learned.